This is like the second time you're trying to film this. Okay, anyway, I have my headphones in because I'm not in my house, I'm in my hallway. And my hallway's really creepy. And if you see me looking that way, it's because I keep hearing footsteps. Like, I'll hear somebody walking, but nobody will come. I keep hearing footsteps, but nobody's coming. And I'll wait like 5-10 minutes and nobody's there. It's fucking creepy. Not as creepy as the 7th floor. I hate the 7th floor. When I was younger, my mom used to tell me these crazy stories about the 7th floor and how she would see shadows and stuff, so I got paranoid about it. But I was just like, I didn't believe it. I just got paranoid because I'm like, oh, I don't want something to come out and scare me. But, it's fucking scary. But it's like really creepy, and for no reason it's dark, like extra dark. And it has the same amount of lights, same amount of light bulbs and everything, and it's extra dark. For no reason. Makes no sense. Oh, I have a big forehead. Yeah, my boyfriend says I have a 5 head, not a 4 head. How's your boyfriend cut your ass? That's funny. Anyway, what was it? Oh, okay, yeah. So I was thinking maybe we could do a story time. I don't know why. I just feel like doing a story time. I've been watching a lot of them, and I've been like addicted to stories. So I'm gonna tell a story. Why not? I'll do the story about the time somebody stole some sneakers from my store. This is actually not that old. I don't know if I should tell the story. I don't want to. I kind of want to because it's so hilarious and it got me so angry, but yeah, I'm gonna just tell the story simple. So, for those that don't know me, and obviously all of you don't know me, I work at a sneaker store. I won't say which one. I still work there, so doesn't matter. I work at a sneaker store, and this was during the summer, I believe. Not even, maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, whatever. It was the Jordan 11's, the day of the release of the Jordan 11's, and usually when there's a release at my store, it's like crazy busy. Like people are trying to buy as many as they can, rushing for sizes. Why is there a random kid crying down the hallway? Oh, that's hella scary. Anyway, so people are rushing for sizes. Like, it's crazy. And I'm a cashier. I'm a cashier slash visual, meaning I do cashier stuff, and then I also like fix the store, fix the clothes, fill in, get sizes, all that stuff. But that day, since it was so busy, they needed a cashier. They even had to pull one of the salespeople off the floor and come help me. So it was me, another cashier, and a sales associate, which I'm really close with. I trust her, so I don't mind her ringing up. So it's really packed. Finally, it dies down a little. Like, it's packed, but it's not too packed where I'm like super busy. It's like I'm busy still helping customers and getting shoes, but there's only like a few people in line. So I'm like, oh, finally I could take a break, go to the bathroom, get some water, do all that stuff. So then out of nowhere, right when I finish the person I have, my coworker, the other cashier, takes the other person. So there's nobody online. So I'm like, let me run to the bathroom. Then out of nowhere, this guy comes up to the register with his friend. Tall, black guy. I don't remember. He had cornrows in his hair. And then he had a blue tech suit. Like, I mean, full-on tech suit. Like, the top and the bottom tech suit. Okay. So then what happens is he's like, oh, I'm going to take the Jordan 11's and another Jordan that came out last week in this size. So I was like, okay, fine. So I start ringing up. I tell him the amount. He's like, okay, let me get a card. Swipes his card. Card is declined. It's like, let me try another card. So he swipes one card. Card is declined. Let me try another card. Swipes it. Card declined. All right, he's like, take out I think it was like Jordan 4s or something. I don't know. Some type of other Jordan. Don't ask me. I'm very bad with shoes. So he takes that out. He's like, let me just take the 11's. I'm like, okay, fine. So your total is, I believe it's like 152 and some change because of tax. So he says, let me just take the Jordans, okay? The 11's. I'm like, fine. I tell him his total. I tell him how much it's going to be. He's like, okay. Swipes his card. Decline. Swipes his other card. Decline. He says, okay, forget it. Walks away. I'm like, okay, so you don't want him? He just walked away. All right, fine. I assumed he didn't want him. Comes back like 5 seconds later. Okay, try again. Declined. He's like, okay, well, can I just take it over there to show my friend to see what it looks like and see if he really wants them? And I'm like, no, he really, but he doesn't wait for me to answer. He just takes them off the register, like the counter, and walks away with them. And I'm like, oh, hell no. And I'm trying to go be like, no, you can't do that. In the middle of doing that, 5 million customers come out of nowhere and get on the line. So obviously I can't leave my post and just go and attack him. That's not part of my job. That's why we have security. So I was just like, okay, great. Let me just keep an eye on him. So I'm watching him from across the store. Big space. I'm dealing with a lot of customers. I'm still being kind to my customers, greeting them, making sure the shoes are right, and I'm still making sure he's over there. So he's over there talking to his friend, and from time to time, he keeps looking at me. So I'm like, oh no, he better take them. And he just like, glimpsing when you know you're doing something bad, like you just look over, that's what he was doing. And it was upsetting me. So I was knocking on the door. Keep getting interrupted during the story, like, oh my God. Anyway, so I was telling him I'm keeping an eye while I'm trying to ring up. Like, it's not my job, that's security job, but I'm still gonna do it because I don't like when people steal. I used to do it when I was younger, and I learned my lesson. So I'm watching him, ringing up my customers, being kind, having a good day, blah, blah, blah. I see him talk to his friends. This guy and this girl will call the guy Jim, and we'll call the girl Stacy, even though they were black and rude and hella rude. Hella rude. I would have lost my job. Ooh, okay, anyway. So he talks to his friend Jim and Stacy, and then he has another friend, we're gonna call him Jamal, because he was super dark, and his teeth was hella yellow. So we can call him Jamal. I don't know why. Okay, so the blue tech suit, the one that steals them, is talking to Jim and Stacy, and then Jim and Stacy walk away and act like they don't know him. Then the blue tech goes to talk to Jamal, blah, blah, blah. And out of nowhere, next thing I know, I can't see the shoes. I'm like, oh, hell no. Why can't I see the shoes? So the store's crowded. I'm looking to blue tech guy, and I'm like, where are the shoes? I notice he got a black garbage bag in his hand. Black garbage bag in your hand? Black? Okay. So I'm looking over a black tech suit guy, and I'm like, I can't see the shoes. Where the shoes at? Shoes don't just magically disappear. So I'm like, okay, let me not just assume that he stole them first. I'm looking, as hard as I can. I tell my customer, give me 1 second. I'm looking, but like I'm still like doing my job, but I'm just like, oh, give me one, because she was talking to me. So I was just like, oh, just give me 1 second. So I'm looking on the bench, like real quick. I'm looking at the bench, looking around the area that he was standing. There's nothing there. No box, no nothing, not on the floor. So I'm calling over my manager. I'm like screaming for my manager, and she a little slow and kind of lazy. So she was just like, what? I'm like, come here now. She's like, what? Can't you just tell me? I'm like, no, I'm not gonna scream it on the floor for everybody to hear. So I'm like, come here now. But I'm still ringing up the person, and the person is now just, the lady was just, I don't even remember what happened, but I was just like, so my manager comes over, she's like, what? I was like, come here, and then I told her in her ear, that guy's about to walk out with some 11's. He's about to walk out with our shoe. It's not anywhere. Go tell security right now, because that's what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to go and engage with customers like that are stealing. We're supposed to go tell security, which I find is stupid, and not everybody does. Some people will just be like, you took this, give it back. If they get hostile, then security's already there, but that made no sense. So literally while I'm telling her this, Jamal and the blue tech guy is walking to the exit. And mind you, they was already close by the door. They was at a bench, and the door is literally, I want to say like maybe 5-10 feet away. So they're already walking towards the door. And she's like, who? And I'm like, him right there. Go tell security. Security's right by the door. Go tell them. By the time she get out, the guy is literally already out the door. And the security guard's like, what? What happened? He did what? And then they kept saying what, trying to explain. I said it clear as day. This is what I told my manager. I'm like, that man in the tech suit, he took the 11's off the table to show his friend, and there are no 11's around. He had a black garbage bag. They're in there. They're nowhere else. They don't just disappear into thin air. And for 5 minutes, what happened? What, blah, blah, blah. So let's go back and remember Jim and Stacy, the two people he was talking to. And then they walked away to act like they didn't know him. But I saw them talking to each other. You don't know him? Okay, so my other manager comes out. Like, that was the AM manager. She's not like the store manager. Now, the store manager came out because she was on break, so she came out. She's like, oh, what happened? I'm like, somebody just stole 11's. And she's like, oh, how'd that happen? How do we not know? How did nobody see? Because the guard, what got me upset is the security guard. Since we work at the store, we have to sign in, we have to sign out. Anything that is from the company, we have to write out. Like, if I go in there, because they sell like Adidas, Nike, Jordan, all that stuff. So if I go in there and I have an Adidas shirt and Adidas shoes, I got to sign those things in. And when I leave, I have to have both those things. So they have to stand there and sign in the employees and sign out the employees. There's always a guard standing there by that door. So her reason that she gave my manager and her boss that she didn't see the person stealing the shoes that were 5 feet away from her was because she's standing at the podium where they sign in people, and that's where she's supposed to be focusing on. She's supposed to be focusing on signing in and signing out the employees. Not focusing on what's going on over there to her left 5 feet away from her. What? You're a security guard? Are you not paying attention to something happened right there? I thought security guards, you here to prevent shit from getting stolen and all that shit. Last time I checked. So what are you doing? That's what I need to know. I really wanted her fired after that. I did not understand why I saw that. And mind you, I'm behind like 5 million people. I'm dealing with 5,000 customers, rude customers, wanting their damn 11's. And then like there's a bunch of people in my way and I still see it, but you don't see it. And her path was clear. And she didn't see it. And then the Jim and Stacy, the friends of Blue Tech guy that were still in the store after he left, I was like, I told my manager, I saw them talking to him. They might know where he went or something, find a way to get them back. Like, I don't want my manager to have to get in trouble because security wasn't doing their job. And she's like, oh, they were? So she literally, my manager being a boss, goes up and asks, oh, did you know the guy that was over there that stole the 11's? They gonna lie and be like, nah, we don't know him. Of course, they're not gonna say I know him. They gonna lie. So then, right next to me was my other cashier, and she's just confused. She's like, oh, what's going on? And I'm just like, oh, somebody stole the 11. So I'm telling her, and we're talking back and forth about it. And the entire time, Jim and Stacy are looking at us. But I ignored them. Apparently, my cashier told me when they left that he had been mumbling, oh, yeah, keep talking, bitches. Yeah, you stupid-ass bitches. That's why shit got stolen from you, you dumbasses. And I'm like, what? I'm like, thank God me and her, because me and her have really bad attitudes. Really bad. We're both Hispanic. And I'm Hispanic and black. These are crazy attitudes. So I was thankful that my sales associate friend was there to ring him up because I would have cursed him out. My other cashier was talking about she would spit on him. I'm like, okay, that's a little extreme. I mean, I ain't that one. I'm not about to lose my job for him. No. But we would have been arguing in the store. So yeah, that's pretty much the story. He got away with the shoes. The Jim and Stacy claimed they weren't friends with him, and then they left after calling us dumbass bitches. Not to our face, obviously. They was mumbling this while they was waiting in line, and me and her were talking about it behind the register. My manager asked me if I could remember him, and I gave her a description to the T. I told him shoes. I said he had the Nike texture. I knew him. I knew it. I could tell you what shade of black he was. I could tell you the size of them cornrows. Because that just got me so upset. Like how I see it and you don't. Like, why are you here? Like, I don't understand. Your security guard. Why are you here? Why are you here? Whew. But yeah, that's just one of the stories that happened at my job. Um, yeah. All right. Bye.